This rig is going to double your hookup rate. Let's say the bass are in the shallows or up in the water column feeding on schools of fish and you don't know what to throw to land some of those bass. Well, I guarantee you this rig is going to do that for you because it's going to have 2 baits on there. This is called the double fluke rig, also known as a donkey rig. I'm going to show you guys how to make one of these and talk a little bit about how you can fish it. Here's how to make one. I'll need 2 flukes or a couple of swim baits, 2 barrel swivels, 2 offset worm hooks, and some mono. First, I'm going to cut my 2 leaders. The sliding leader and the forward leader should be shorter. I like to keep it to about a foot. And then the second leader, or the fixed leader, I want to be longer, anywhere from 18 inches to 2 feet. Now I'm going to tie my hooks on with a couple of Palomar knots. And to do that, I'm going to fold my line in half and thread a line through the eye of the hook. And then with that doubled over line, I'm going to make an overhand knot. I'm going to pull it semi-tight. That's going to create a little loop here on the right. I'm going to run my hook through that loop, then bring it up past the eye. And then before I tighten it all the way, I'm actually going to wet it with some spit so it slides together easier. And then once I've done that, I'll pull the knot all the way tight. That takes tension off the knot and it doesn't weaken the line whenever you put some spit on it, or you could use some water. Trim the tag in, and I'm going to repeat the process with the other leader. Now I'm going to tie on my barrel swivels again with another Palomar knot. Now that these are done, we can add them to the main line. Now the sliding leader is going to be the shorter of the two, so I'm going to go ahead and run that onto the main line on the other side of the barrel swivel. Now with the other leader, I'm going to tie this onto the main line, again with another Palomar knot. Now you can see I've got my longer fixed line right there, and then my shorter sliding line here. Now it's time to add the swim baits. For that, I'm going to run the hook through the tip of the nose of that swim bait. And then I'm going to run it all the way to the offset section of my hook, just like that. Now I'm going to line this up along. I want the basically the tip of the hook to be resting right on top of the swim bait. So it's going to be exiting the back of the swim bait right there. I'm going to angle it in that direction, kind of bending the swim bait at a 90-degree angle, running it through the back, and boom, right there. That is perfect right there. So I'm going to do this once again with the other swim bait. All right, this thing looks great, but how do you fish it? You basically fish it like a jerk bait. When you're bringing it back, just pop the rod 1, 2, or even 3 times, and that start and stop motion kind of mimics a bait fish cutting through the water. And if you're fishing right in the zone where their bass are feeding, I guarantee you're going to get hit. But what if the bass aren't actively feeding like this and the bite is really slow? There is a great rig that can tackle the really slow bite. It's called a Texas rig, and I have 2 videos. One of how you fish it and one of how you make it. If you guys want to check those videos out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thanks for watching.